Tom decided to take Mark, Lucas, and Hannah out to a nearby lake. With his youngest daughter on his shoulders, Tom swam out about 100 feet from the shore. All of a sudden, he started struggling in the water, and Hannah began to scream.
Hannah started screaming bloody murder, so I told Mark to, go see what was going on to see if they're okay. I saw Hannah struggling. I saw Mark's hand pushing Hannah to shore. And then I yelled for help because I didn't see him.
I am at Green Falls, down by where the people swim. There's a little boy screaming.
Car 53 paramedic unit's been dispatched.
He went under to get his father, and he never came up.
When Carol first met Thomas, she knew she found her knight in shining armor. They soon got married and welcomed their first son, Mark. Within the next few years, the Gerards became a happy family of 7.
My husband taught me how to be very strong.
Tom and Mark had a relationship that was close. They are the two that were the rock of our family, actually.
Tom and his oldest son, Mark, value the bond between father and son. Together, they learned and practiced chivalry. They went camping, and they paid tribute to medieval customs like sword fighting and archery.
The concept of the knights was, charity and courtesy, because that just goes with chivalry hand in hand. And it's so important to teach this so that the boys can learn to respond, not just here, but everywhere else they go.
City Road, Voluntown, Connecticut. There's smoke coming out of the full roof of the house.
We were at the firehouse doing a fundraiser for the church. Everything was fine. And they says, well, the house down the street, there's smoke coming out of the roof. Well, my husband and I look at each other and said, that's our house.
An electrical short in the wiring started a fire in the family's kitchen. In a matter of minutes, the entire house was engulfed in flames.
I saw huge flames come out of my brother's window. All I kept thinking was, I am so glad my brother wasn't in his room.
We lost 50% of the house to fire. The other 50% of the house is lost to water damage.
After the fire, we were living in tents and then pop-up trailers. And then my dad found this rental home. And so we were really excited because we could finally be normal of some sort.
We were moving actually on July 1st. On June 30th, my husband came home from work and asked the kids who wanted to go swimming.
Tom decided to take Mark, Lucas, and Hannah out to a nearby lake. With his youngest daughter on his shoulders, Tom swam out about 100 feet from the shore. All of a sudden, he started struggling in the water, and Hannah began to scream.
Hannah started screaming bloody murder, so I told Mark to go see what was going on to see if they're okay. I saw Hannah struggling. I saw Mark's hand pushing Hannah to shore. And then I yelled for help because I didn't see him.
I am at Green Falls, down by where the people swim. There's a little boy screaming.
Car 53 paramedic unit's been dispatched.
He went under to get his father, and he never came up.
Firefighters desperately tried to rescue them, but when they did, it was too late. Hannah survived, but both Tom and Mark had drowned. Come on, let's go, let's go, let's go. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Good morning, Gerard family! Carol, Hannah, Adam, Jacqueline, and Lucas, wake up and come on out here!
Oh my goodness.
You okay?
It's been a rough road, it really has. But I have 4 of my children, and they keep me going.
What's been the hardest thing for you?
Seeing her go through really hard times and not being able to look to my dad or my brother, but having to look to us.
These 2, the smaller ones, were there at the time. And actually, my husband was carrying Hannah in the water. And she had a difficult time.
Hey, Hannah. Hi. How are you doing?
Good.
Are you happy you're going to be able to move back here? Mm-hmm. Well, I'm going to do your room. So, I need to know what you like. Is there anything that you want inside of it?
Princesses and snowflakes.
Princesses and snowflakes? Really? How come you like snowflakes?
Because that's what my dad called me.
He did?
I can't imagine what Hannah must feel. She was on her dad's shoulders when he drowned. And I just can't imagine that kind of pain. And you can see it in her eyes. So I want to make sure that I take care of her this week and give her a room that will help her remember the best memories that she's had with her dad.
Okay, so it's day 3. We got our concrete forms in place. The problem is having a little tough time with the concrete drying. It is snowing. It is Connecticut. But what I'm realizing is this family, when the house burned down, were forced to camp outside. They were dealing with weather just like this. If the family had to deal, we're gonna deal.
This week, I'm working on Hannah's room. Now, Hannah was called Snowflake by her dad because she was born on the first snowfall of the year. And here we are, first snowfall of the year here in Connecticut, and surrounded by this winter wonderland. Well, I think I definitely have the inspiration for Hannah's room.
Now this week, I'm taking care of Jacqueline's room. And I want to give her a beautiful room that's modern and sophisticated, but she loves scrapbooking. So I'm going to give her all the tools to do that, to do the thing that's most important to her, and that's remember the important things.
So this week I'm working on the lovely Lucas's bedroom. Now every night needs a round table. So this week I'm going to build him a round table with an octagon exterior to try and create that illusion. But before I get started, every other good night needs a good team around him. So fellas, what's your name?
Les.
Les?
Marty.
I name you Sir Les of Voluntown. I name you Sir Marty of Voluntown, lads. Let's get going.
Okay, so is this the rocks that they were on right there?
Yeah, that's where Lucas was. And it's about 3 foot deep till you get to the end of that big rock, and then it's a shelf. It drops down to like 15, 20 feet. So I drove in there, and, you know, I'm trying to concentrate, but at the same time, I'm looking at Lucas out there, and I'm like, I know him from somewhere. But when I pulled the father up, that's when I knew. I go to church with him.
Oh, wow. Jody, who's the fire chief, wanted to know if I'd like to take a ride and go check out where Mark and Tom drowned. I said yeah, because I think it's important to understand what this family has gone through. When you get to the pond and you see the rocks, you really can start to see how it happened. And you even feel for the firemen who know this family. Seeing firsthand where it happened was pretty heavy.